بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى أهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. Now, one of the things we're taught in Islam is to have a great amount of faith. Faith as strong as a mountain that no one can shake. It's no good to have faith that comes and goes with the wind. Otherwise, one day you're a Muslim and the next day, God knows what. So we're told to have faith, but we're also encouraged a great deal to have good deeds. In other words, for our actions to complement our faith, for those deeds to be such that we can be classified as a Muslim. Inshallah, today I'm going to give a very short speech, maybe 10-15 minutes long, about the need for faith and deeds to both complement each other. Those of you who have heard me speak before will know that I like to speak not just from the Quran or from Hadith, for instance, قال الصادق عليه السلام, قال الباقر عليه السلام. No. Unfortunately, we don't live in a world where we just deal with Muslims day in and day out, or should I say fortunately. We have Christians, we have Jews, we have fire worshippers, we have people with no faith, atheists. So it's very important that when a speaker speaks, they also have another dimension to the speech, that they can back up their views using other people's views as well. One thing that I like to do when I speak is to talk a lot from the Bible as well. I believe that Isa ibn Maryam, ala nabina wa alihi wa alayhi salam, or as people may know him better as Prophet Jesus, he was an amazing prophet, someone that is, high up there amongst the Anbiya, the people who came with messages, prophets in other words. So I like to quote from him, also from Christianity, so that people can see that Islam and Christianity are faiths where they complement each other. That it's not just about Islam knows everything, Christianity don't have anything, or Judaism doesn't have anything. No, I like to show that while being a Muslim, we also can take lessons from our brothers' books, for instance the Bible and the Torah and so on and so forth. Now, I want to begin the discussion with a short, I'll read out a very short, a few verses from the chapter James. This is the first chapter, James 1. Now, under the heading Faith and Deeds, very convenient, he starts off by saying, "What good is it, my brothers, if a man claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save him?" It's a very good question. If a man claims to have faith but has no deeds, can that faith save him? When you turn over the page, he carries on to say that what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, but if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. In other words, you can have all the faith you like, all of it. But if it's not accompanied by action, then your faith is good as dead. He says, "Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by what I do. You believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that." Now, I want to pause here just to look at this. What does he mean, even the demons believe that? Look, we all know that when the shaitan, devil, was told to bow down to Adam alayhi salam, he refused. He said, "No, why should I? I am of fire and he is of dust. He should be bowing down to me. I am superior." So Allah then tells him, look, shaitan, Iblis, whoever he was back then, Azazil, bow down. It's an order, it's a command. And he refused. Due to his refusing, he then became banished from the heavens. Now, when he was told that he's going to be banished, he said, I swear by the might, by your might, he was speaking to Allah, I swear by your might, I swear by your power, I swear by your greatness. Now a question pops up. The devil, normally when you swear by something, like you say, I swear on my life, you swear on something so dear to you, something that means, something that has such importance to you, that you know, so the person can realise that if you're telling a lie, that thing is at risk, your life is at risk, or you've put it on the line. Here, the devil is swearing by the greatest thing he knows, which is Allah. He's saying, I swear by your greatness, by your knowledge, by your power, by your standing, that I will make each and every one of them to leave the path. They won't worship you, they'll come and worship me. Now, this shows that if anyone knew Allah, the devil knew Allah, Shaitan knew Allah. For someone to do sujood for 6,000 years to Allah, for him to be the speaker, the alim of the malaik. There's narrations where he would sit there on a pulpit and deliver speeches to the malaik about Allah's greatness, and they would all sit there in awe. These are angels who would sit there in awe. At what? At the words of Iblis. So this shows that he really knew Allah. Now, what then separates me from Iblis? What then separates us from Iblis? I won't say me because my deeds aren't that great. What separates a good person, a true mu'min, from Iblis? They both have faith. They both believe that Allah is great. Allah is one. The only thing that separates them from their character, one is going to hellfire, the other one is ending up in heaven. The only thing that separates them is their deeds. Because while Iblis knows he does wrong, he acts badly, his deeds are contrary to the good. Whereas a mu'min person has the faith, maybe not as much as Iblis has faith, yet their deeds complement their faith. It strengthens their faith, which is what gives them the better position, inshallah. Now, right at the end, it then says, as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without deeds is also dead. Can you imagine a body without a spirit? No. It would be dead. The same thing, that faith without deeds is also dead. It's like having a body without a soul. You need to have both in order to progress and to become a true worshipper of Allah. Now, that's from the side of the Christians. So inshallah, if there are any Christians watching, they can also see that, this may have benefited them in some way, for them to realise that it's not just good saying I'm a Christian. It's not just good to wear the cross around your neck. So do all the rappers. And what do they rap about? Bad things. So do many people. Same as Muslims. What good is it to wear the cap? Or what good is it to proclaim that you're a Muslim, or to read the Quran, or so on, but then not have the deeds? Now, Islam shows us this from the very beginning. We have Usul ad-Din and we have Furu' ad-Din. Usul ad-Din is all about belief. Belief in one God, belief that He is just, belief in the Judgment Day, belief in the prophets and so on. These are all beliefs. You cannot be a Muslim unless you believe in these things. In other words, you have faith. And on the other hand, we have Furu' ad-Din. And these are all actions like Hajj, Zakat, prayers, so on and so forth. These are all actions. These aren't beliefs. You don't have belief in prayer. You act out prayer. Yes, you have to believe what you're saying in the prayer, but that's different. It's an action. You can't just sit there without acting out the prayer and say the words. Allah says, no, I want you to act it out like this, so it becomes an action. Now, one day, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam was sitting in his house and he hears a knock on the door. He comes to the door, Assalamu alaikum. It's his friend Sahl al-Khurasani from Khurasan. And he's travelled a long way to see the Imam. And he says, how are you? Where have you been? It's been so long, and so on and so forth. And they sit down, they begin to start talking. Sa'd asks the Imam, Ya Sayyidi, Ya Ibn Rasulullah, why don't you stand up and fight these rulers? You know, we both know that you're supposed to be the Imam, that you are the true Khalif. So why don't you stand up and gain your rulership back? Why don't you put an end to their oppression? The Imam stayed silent, and he carried on then, Sa'd. He carried on. Look, we're all ready to fight for you. We are, I can't put a figure on it, we are so many people that if you just give the command, the whole of Khurasan will stand for you. The whole of Khurasan will come and will march in your army to gain back the Khalifate for you. The Imam said to him, come with me. He took him over to an oven, the oven where he used to bake his bread and so on. Now obviously an oven isn't somewhere where you sit, but he tells the person, Sa'd, go inside the oven please. Sa'd begins to sweat. Right then, he realizes that this is something that he's not willing to do for the Imam. He's shocked. So he takes a step back and he's like, almost stunned. Another friend of the Imam called Harun walks in and Imam greets him, Salaam alaikum, how are you? So when he says, Harun, please sit in the oven. Harun doesn't even say a single thing. Takes his shoes off and sits in the oven. The Imam puts his hand around Sa'd, takes him, sits him down and says, Sa'd, I'm just going to get some tea. You wait here. I'll be back in a minute. Goes, brings some tea. They sit down and he begins to talk to Sa'd. So Sa'd, how is the land treating you? How are the animals? Have your sheep grown? Have they given birth? Is the crops doing well? How's your wife and kids? And so on. And he's speaking to Sa'd and he sees that Sa'd is sat there totally stunned, silent. He tells Sa'd, go and open the door of the oven for me, please. And obviously Sa'd's going to go there and see a dead body. Sa'd's going to go and see nice bread with some meat on it. No. Sa'd goes over to the oven, opens the door and sees Harun sat there, cross-legged, doing the dhikr of Bibi Fatima Zahra Sallallahu. The Imam tells Sa'd, you said that the whole of Khurasan are ready to fight for me? They'll stand at my command? How many people in Khurasan are like this Harun? Sa'd said, by Allah, not one. Not one. Now, when you look at this, both Sa'd and Harun pray. Both Sa'd and Harun give zakat, fast, read Quran, believe in the Imam, and so on and so forth. Yet which one, when it came down to it, had the deeds, had the true deeds, not just the belief? Now we're talking about true belief and true deeds. Now, Sa'd believed in the Imam, but not to the point where he would believe fully in the Imam. That anything the Imam says, he believes that it's for his good and he does it. Sa'd had deeds, but not to the point that he would do everything the Imam says, even to sit in a burning oven with fire. So we see that both is needed. Both deeds and faith to the fullest extent. If you lack in any one department, then you're as good as nothing. Then you're no use to the Imam. You need to work on both to bring both up, inshallah. Now, just to finish with a very short verse of the Quran, just so that we can see that we had from the Bible and we also have from the Quran the same words. Allah is very wise when it comes to picking words in the Quran. He doesn't put a word somewhere where it doesn't need to be. He uses every word for a reason. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Here Allah doesn't say إلا الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. After belief comes directly deeds and good actions, deeds. So we can see that the same is in Islam, faith and deeds. That's what Allah is looking for. Otherwise, you can have all the faith you like and you'll just be like shaitan, lacking the deeds. And you can have all the deeds you like, but when there's no faith, then what does it mean? Inshallah, may Allah give us a tawfiq that we can better ourselves with both the faith and the deeds, as both of these is important for our progression. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى أهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.